This is a 2003 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 50th Anniversary Edition, and it is bright yellow. This Corvette belongs to a friend of mine, Austin.
What's up, everybody?
He also has a YouTube channel, Slim Reaper.
Yeah, I don't really post on there anymore, really, but I try to get back into it. So I have Brian down here helping me try to get my motivation back.
Dude, this just might be it.
Yeah, might be it. Yeah, it's fun coming out here doing videos and stuff, so. I bought it from a good friend of mine, Carrie. He gave me the option to purchase the car for me. He bought it for his wife, and my dad owned quite a bit of these cars, probably 3 or 4 when I was growing up, and so it's very sentimental. He had a yellow boosted car just like this, and so when the opportunity came to buy this car, I jumped right on it. Sold my Camaro. The next day, this car was in my garage.
You're going from new technology to something older.
Right, right.
Do you have any regrets leaving the Camaro?
The Camaro was, it was nice and fun, but, and it was, you know, had good audio in it, and it just felt more refined. This car, when you're driving it, you're getting all the raw power. You know, being it old, and it's just, there's not really much to it, and so I really like this better than the Camaro. I actually don't even miss that car after having this. After owning it, I haven't really done much. I put my drag setup on the back for my Camaro. The only thing I've done with ownership of the car is I put the CCWs on the car, and that's it. So, car's been really reliable, knock on wood. I've had no really issues with it. Some minor wiring things, and you know, just having an old car, almost 20 years old now. Love it all. You know, we'll kind of start, I guess, with the front. I'll pop the hood and kind of talk about what's done to it. It's a stock LS6, you know, 5.7 from the factory. Stock bottom end, nothing done to it. It's got a Vortec V2. They call them the A&A blower. It's water to air intercooled. The water pump is under this rail. You have to take this off to fill it up. Intake from the front side, it's got the black wing through the Vortec into the housing, shoots it down and around the water to air intercooler and back. Stock intake manifold, stock throttle body. Got Cook's long tubes. It's got high flow cats, X pipe through Corsa Extremes. In the back, got a mild cam in it. I don't know the cam specs on it. Mild boost cam. The fueling is twin Warburg 450s in the tank to an Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator through the Holley fuel rails, and then ID 2000 injectors to run the ethanol, to run the 85 on the car. Very, very simple setup on the car. I feel like if you keep it simple, it's a little bit more reliable. You know, a lot of the stuff on the car stock, I mean, the only things that aren't is the fuel pressure regulator, fuel rails, injectors, the blower, and the cam, and the headers, and that's basically it. So just a mild bolt-on car. The car made on 8 pounds of boost, about 650 to 700 wheel. It was on a Mustang dyno made like 630. So probably mid to upper 600s.
That's on a good day, like right now.
Yeah, actually the car was tuned when it was kind of warm out in the summer, and so it probably picks up a little bit more now. When I got it, had a lot of paint defects. I took it over to my good friend Jackson and Corey, and they took it and did a 2-step paint correction on it. It's ceramic coated. They did a 3-year ceramic coating. I've had the car for 2 years, and it still beads off like crazy. Definitely want to get a bigger tire. These proxies are they're rendered useless right now. They're only a 255 in the back, 16-inch wheel, but it's it makes it fun. When you're spinning, you're not breaking stuff. Corsa Extremes, love them. They sound great. No drone in the car, so those are great. They stick out a little bit, but like I said, I just keep it clean. Sits in the garage. Got me my trickle charger. I can plug in when I'm not driving it.
That's smart.
It's got you know, some of the wiring for the gauge that's in the car that kind of gives me more information about, you know, what the air fuel ratio is, my intake temps, my ethanol content, because we had to put a new computer in the car because in 2003 you couldn't run ethanol on these cars. It wasn't really a thing. So he actually got a 2006 van. So whenever you plug into this car, it thinks it's a van when it goes to the inspection. Yes. So
what?
I have to kind of work my way around that to get because the VIN doesn't match with what the car has. But it had one table that I needed, and that was my ethanol seating, so I could.
You're talking about those Chevy like free candy white vans?
Yes.
No way.
That's what's in this car right now, and it's running the whole thing, and it does a great job. Pro Speed tuned the car up on the north side of Houston. Chris is a great tuner. This car, he makes some of the fastest cars. Dewey, TX2K, the white 2JZ car, same tuner. He does a lot of fast stuff, so I have no doubt that this car is reliable and a good tune on it. Inside is kind of mint. It's I just cleaned it, so I mean it's a little bit better, but the seats are, it's just older car, but I want to get some new, I think I'm gonna put some Z06 seats in here. I put a new radio in it, or it was in the car by Kerry. He put that in for me, but it's got an MGW short throw. I'm getting a new headliner. You can see it's kind of, down, but
yeah, we don't talk about that.
Got a good trunk space in it for a Corvette. I mean, I've put my golf clubs in here, pretty deep. I got my towel in here to, keep stuff covered when I'm out, but nice big compartments. It goes all the way through the front.
That's surprisingly spacious.
Yeah, it's very big in it. Put stuff in, it's nice that it has little cubbies. I can put my detail stuff over there and cooler or whatever in here. When I go to car meets, I'll bring some chairs and sit out. Very spacious for the size of the car. Passenger side, this side's a little bit nicer as not too many people ride over here.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the driver's seat.
Yeah, for sure. A lot cleaner. So, I mean, everything's gonna pop up as an error, but this is my lambda, which is what I read it at for AFR. This is my ethanol content. This is my intake temps, which right now the car's not been running, so it's been heat soaked a little bit. And then I got my boost gauge. And then you can actually cycle through here and it'll tell you what your peak boost was whenever you drive it. And then your boost now, and then what your ethanol content is. But I leave it on this to give you a little bit more information, which I like. And
I'm in the driver's seat. You did mention the clutch is a bit stiff, but that's honestly not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it's got an aftermarket clutch. I think it's a McLeod twin disc. So it's not too hard to drive, but it does take some getting used to. It has a little bit of, that cam surge when you're driving the car, but it's really not that bad. For those of you who may or may not know, it comes with a 6-speed manual and it has a short shifter. Yeah, MGW, great shifter. Probably some of the best shifters that you can put in these cars. It's actually like a purple anodized steel, which I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but with the light, it's like a purple. When it hits it just right, it looks really good. It's very notchy. I love it. Gets into gear, no problem. Synchros are good in it. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like black, but it has a purple tint to it. Yeah, purple tint. Yep. But in the light, like it really, when it hits it just right, it's perfect. I love it. So I took the boot off. I was around it, just to get so you'll be able to see that. And so I kept it off and just kind of clean it whenever. Having a short shifter is definitely beneficial for manual cars because when changing gears, oh my god, that thing is stiff. Yep, there we go. So it was in first gear. Yeah. You could just switch from first to second just like that. Whereas with the stock shifter, you would essentially be punching the AC. Yeah. You'd be punching the AC and then having to pull it all the way back. Yeah, but a short shifter, yeah, these are really nice. Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can barely hear it. Put it like at the filter, you can hear it a little bit. Oh, you're right. That's what I like about it, Yeah. Very subtle.
So you don't miss your Camaro at all?
At all.
No regrets?
No regrets. That car was a problem child. I'm glad I got rid of it when I did. The guy broke
really bad.
bad.
I'm
The windows are,
surprised.
like that big.
This is, well, I mean, I'm on the passenger side, but for...
Yeah, I still look over my shoulder, you know, just to make sure. There's a lot of crazy people out here. So I just try to stay away from everybody. I just cruise in the right lane, stay away from everybody.
Do you ever have people follow you just because of the fact that it's a Corvette?
I'll have people like come up next to me and they're like, get on it and stuff, and I'm like, oh. And then I'll, you know, occasionally, you know, something pulls up next to me, a Mustang or another Corvette. We go to Mexico for a little bit and then come back to Houston, you know.
Oh yeah.
Gotta go to Mexico.
It's only 3 honks away.
It's only 3 honks away. A cool feature, there's a competitive mode on the C5Zs. You just hold the traction control button, and on the dash it'll show a competitive driving. So now the car, everything is turned off. Like if I'm gonna make a rip, this is the mode I want to be in.
Okay.
If it spins a little bit, which it tries to correct itself, this will turn all the safety features are off on the car right now. So competitive driving is what I like to drive in if I'm, you know, out romping on it.
Now I know you have this setup like kind of as a drag setup, but how does it do around corners?
With these tires up front, it's okay. I mean, it handles all right. But you know, I got a front and rear sway bar. I don't know the brand, but it helps the car. But the tires are only 7 inches wide.
So stock suspension, it still feels pretty smooth.
Yeah, we're cruising right now about 68. The tire size is a little showing wrong on my speedo. Probably almost 70 miles an hour. And right now, like we're just.
It looks good too.
Oh yeah.
Like it looks like you did something to the suspension, but
yeah, I lowered the front on the bolts, on the stock bolts a little bit. When I got it, the car was so low, I had to raise it back up. So I couldn't drive anywhere. And then when I put my tire in the back, I could give me some more ground clearance to raise it up so I can fit the tire in there. But now that I put the smaller size tire on the back, it still has a little bit of a gap, but it's got a good rate too, which I think looks great. But I do plan on putting a bigger tire on the back so that I can hook up if this car just blows the tires off.
So what are your next mods to this car?
It'll probably be a new motor, 5.3. I'm planning a new fully built short block, and I'll I want to stay with the centrifugal supercharger, but I may do a turbo, but I don't want to have to deal with all the oil lines and the piping if it blows off. Procharger, what I'm probably going to do, like a D1X, and it's right there. I don't have to, no boost lag. It's a medium power, which I like. That's probably the way I'm going to go, and then I'll probably have to do some work to the transmission. I drive the car, you know, I drive mostly like this, but sometimes, you know, I want to get on it. I just tell, like, just get a little weaker. So I just kind of baby it my shifts a little bit and, you know, just ease through the gears.
Do you plan to do a roll cage as well?
Nah, I mean, I don't, now that the track is shut down here in Houston, which sucks.
That's
I don't really plan on going out there and doing that, but, you know, TX2 up in Dallas, I may try to enter the car in. It's not going to be fast, but it'll be fun. But out there, you don't really have that roll cage. But I guess for my safety, I'll definitely get different seat belts and different seats, so I'm more safe in the car.
I feel like the roll cage is like mandatory, just because like anything can happen.
Yeah, TX2K you don't have to, but those guys are smarter than most. They got more money. They can put a roll cage in there just for their safety, but you don't have to have one. The only thing you have to have is a oil pan, a diaper on the bottom of the car, and you can race. So.
And you can't run coolant either.
No coolant. Yeah, no coolant.
It has to be straight water.
Yeah, it has to be water with that stuff you put in there. Like a red, I forget what it's called.
sounds nice.
Like that?
Oh yeah. Man, this bad boy sounds nice. You can hear it chopping. Hey, I like that.
Oh shit.
Dude, I really want to build a street car now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
You got me wanting one.
cheap to do.
They,
Sometimes.
they are sometimes, yeah.
It's a simple setup just like this, man. And it's reliable, it's fun, has great power, puts a smile on your face every time. It's easy to do.
And so that is it for this video. This concludes the overview of the Corvette Z06 50th anniversary. If you're subscribed, thanks. If you're not, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, everyone. I'll catch you on the flip side. And enjoy this cool weather because it feels nice outside.